Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Suikoden 5. Alright, I did end up going with the Urim path. I was reminded that you can actually go through most of the Aresh dungeon without actually recruiting her. So I got right up until the Shepseska battle and then got out of there. So we missed out on the Sacred Oath epic skill for magic, but Divine Right does most. I mean, it's magic, defense, and incantation, whereas Divine Right is magic and incantation. So we're gonna miss out on some magic defense. I think we'll be okay. And Jean can't use that, still can't use that anyway, so it's kind of, you know, whatever. Couple people do say some different things, so let's go talk to them.
Master Urim is so different, so reliable now. I can't believe it. It's weird. But if it makes Milady happy, it makes me happy.
Alright, let's go ahead and store some junk that I picked up. Don't need that, don't need that. I'll get these put together a little bit later. We're gonna go run to Stormfist now and basically talk to everyone there so that we can see what they have to say now that they are free. I think that's about it. Alright. And Zagai says something a little bit different as well.
I see you brought the Barrows child here. Don't worry, I do not bear him any ill will. Lord Barrows corrupted many and no doubt twisted his son more than most.
Indeed.
I'm so sorry you had to see the Barrows family's shame once again, Your Highness. But thank you so much for accepting my brother.
I am happy to. Let's put together a party, even though we shouldn't end up in any battles. Let's see. Who do we want to take? You know what? We could take Belkut. Let's put Marina in the entourage, in case we get something a little bit different. I don't know that we will. Is there anyone else? I suppose I could take Shun. And who else? Let's take Urda along. We haven't messed around with many of the Archer characters. Let's go ahead and take Vicky, because, you know, Vicky. I actually do need to get her a few levels at some point. I'm not sure if that'll happen yet. Who else? Who else? I could go with Sharmista. We haven't done much with her. Sure. And who else do we want? I'll leave Babbage. I'll leave Egbert. Let's take Murad. And I guess, just in case it comes up, Rania. In case we do get into any battles. I like her music a little bit better. Yay, Vicky Sprite. Alright, formation. I suppose that could stand some improvement. Alright, what do we want? Something with a couple people in the back. Crane Wing, plus 10%, plus 10 accuracy, technique, and speed. Sure, why not? I don't know that we've actually done much with this. Alright. And to Stormfist.
Where do you want to go?
I want to go to Stormfist. So I haven't had any other accidental teleportations.
The Godwin army has set up their final line of defense just before the palace. Please don't get too close.
Get out of here, birds. This is my castle now. Not allowed to be here. Alright, who says new stuff? Hello?
So General Novum is dead too. Lord Marskull saved his life in the battle with Armus 8 years ago. After that, he was devoted to doing anything he could for Marskull. But now he's finally passed away.
Yeah. Okay, you don't say anything different. He really shouldn't have been that devoted. You know, I mean, if you're gonna be devoted, make sure you're devoted to a good, reasonable person. Like me! I can't believe Stormfist fell so easily. People are saying that the gladiators initiated the whole thing. Not exactly. So Stormfist wasn't impregnable in the end. It was all just an illusion. Like a forest of illusions.
Helena wasted a lot of resources on this war. Godwin started it, and Sealeeds kept it going. So maybe that means they didn't really love Helena after all.
I don't think per se, but they definitely don't understand what it takes to really care for something.
The soldiers that used to be here were always really mean and scary. I'm glad they're gone.
Oh, that's good. Oh, there's a little girl there.
What does died mean? Why can't you meet people that are died anymore?
Because they're dead.
What does dead mean?
Well, it means they've died.
That's circular logic, sir.
Hush you. Let's see. So, we can buy wind hats, water dragon armor, wind fang's chain, scorched earth armor, silver white bracer, and silver white mules. Believe that we've already gotten, well, actually, oh yeah, that's right, because I'm wearing wizard hats. Oh, and you don't have anything. I've been running around, and I don't think anyone really has any rare finds anymore. It's a little annoying.
The people in the old town refuse to see, hear, or learn anything that they don't like. They've always kept their heads in the sand like that, but deep down, I'm sure they realize the truth.
I knew it would come to this in the end. This is our reward for following Godwin so blindly and never questioning what he did. And yet we got off lucky when you think about what happened to Lord Lake and Dorat. It wouldn't have been unheard of for us all to be massacred and Stormfist to be wiped off the map, really.
I wouldn't have done that. The Godwins might have. Hi, puppy. Hello?
I refuse to submit to you people. I'll go to jail if I have to, but I won't change my beliefs. Gazelle's sure to come back and save the day.
Oh, he'll be coming back, but it'll be in a body bag. And as long as you don't, like, do an armed rebellion kind of thing, you can believe whatever the hell you want. Till someone slits your throat at night. I mean, never mind. I didn't say that. Wasn't.
Kitty. It's the prince! It's the prince! Nothing scary's gonna happen anymore, is it, Prince?
Nope. Well, you know, except for my death. Eventually. Happens to everyone. Well, you know, and runes going out of control. I'm sure that'll happen again. Maybe not in this game, but in future games, or past games that take place in the future, as the case may be.
Your Highness, thanks for releasing us so quickly. We weren't conscripted after all. We joined up of our own free will. I was sure we'd be kept in prison or forced into hard labor, or even that we'd be executed.
You need to stop listening to the crazy news, guys. Do you have anything interesting for sale? It does have Fury Orbs. Of course, we can buy those back back from Jean now. Alright, let's head into the old city. Which, to me, looks newer, but, you know, hey. How's it going?
The people who believed in Godwin won't just change overnight. But I'm sure they'll come around to your way of thinking in the end, Your Highness.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, if they don't, they'll... Oops. If they don't, they'll die. You know, just the way of things. What do you have to say?
To be honest, I wish I could round up all the Godwin supporters and shake some sense into them. But I know that would reflect badly on you, Your Highness, so I'll just have to make sure I restrain myself.
Yeah, you do that. Or at least if you round them up and shake them, make sure they don't know who's doing that, and don't let it get back to you or me.
I can't believe it's come to this. What would Lady Rosalind have... Well, I wonder what Lady Rosalind would have to say if she were here.
Well, she probably would have stopped this whole mess to begin with.
Lord Godwin was our leader until yesterday, so I can't suddenly switch my allegiance to you overnight. I do have some loyalty and principles, you know.
Well, you know, maybe you should think about who you're actually loyal to.
But the way things are looking...
Exactly.
When I get older, I'm going to join the Queen's Knights. I can't wait to grow up.
Yeah, good for you, kid.
Kildrick is the guy who won the Sacred Games, right? Is it really true that you defeated him? That's amazing!
Yeah, well... Sort of. Someone in my party did. I think it was Belkut. I know I had both Belkut and Zagai fight him, and I think it was Belkut who I had actually defeat him.
Don't you think we should track down the remaining Godwin supporters, Your Highness?
Not unless they begin armed rebellion kind of thing.
A lot of people who used to be Godwin soldiers are happy to have been relieved from their duties.
Can you say anything different? Nope. I love it when they only say one thing. I'm being facetious, of course, because I check for two things anyway, because there's so many people who say two things.
There are a lot of stubborn types over this way. Some of them are just impossible to deal with. The people over in the new town, seem to be a bit more reasonable.
Your Highness, thank you for setting us free. We didn't want a war either, you know. It was Lord Godwin. It was that fiend, Marskell.
Something tells me you're lying.
I swear I'll be loyal to you from now on, Your Highness. I swear it. Until you turn your back and I stab you. Why won't you speak with Gazelle and try to resolve your differences? He's your brother-in-law, after all.
I don't recognize that marriage. I am pretty sure that there was no I do. Also, Kildrick cheated. So it doesn't count. Hello?
You're too ignorant to ever understand the noble philosophy of Lord Marskell.
Yeah, that noble philosophy has killed thousands. I'm gonna go with it ain't so noble. Oh, yeah, you just have that. Oh, I forgot you could go in here.
My son was killed by those Armus barbarians in the war 8 years ago. I only supported Godwin because he said he'd attack Armus and make them pay.
Oh, I think he planned to attack them, all right.
But then he betrayed us and collaborated with them behind our backs.
I think he planned to use the Sun Rune on them. Of course, he still has control of the Sun Rune. Not that he can control it. Hello?
Your Highness, why can't you comprehend the noble intentions of Lord Godwin? The noble intentions of wiping out all the non-humans!
You are a sick, sick bastard.
Why oppose him like this and divide the country into two with a war? Is that really what you want?
He started it by, cheating and everything.
What are you planning to do with Lord Marskell's mansion? Lady Rosalind is buried there, you know. You'd better make sure she continues to rest in peace.
I don't really plan on doing anything with it.
There are still some people here who support Lord Godwin, but they don't have the guts to act on it.
Well, that's good.
Your Highness, Stormfist is completely under our control.
The Godwin devotees are pretty vocal, but they're all bark and no bite. They have enough sense to know where to draw the line, or maybe they're just not used to challenging authority.
The situation is stable at the moment, but it could change at any time. Please be careful, Your Highness.
I think I'll be fine. I'm okay. Thought it was stuck there. Townspeople here don't realize the extent of Godwin's tyranny. If they did, they couldn't possibly condone it. Oh, I don't know about that. Some of them are still pretty horrible.
I hold you in high regard, Your Highness, but I also have great respect for Lord Godwin. I just don't understand why it had to come to this. No one wants war and bloodshed.
I am pretty sure the Godwins want war and bloodshed. Perhaps not with me, but they want war and bloodshed. Oh, I thought that sign was for the other building. Can I go in here? I can. Hello!
The sacred games feel like such a long time ago now.
They kind of were. Interesting picture on the wall. I don't know if that actually represents any characters in the game.
Ah, Your Highness, how nice of you to come and see us. So Marina really is working for you.
I told you so. Sorry, Your Highness. I came back here to visit as soon as the war ended.
The war hasn't ended.
And I keep trying to tell them that I'm working in your castle, but they won't believe me.
Well, maybe now they will.
Sorry, we believe in you now.
Or we believe you now.
Well. Your Highness, how good to see you again after all this time. You look quite splendid, although you need a change of clothes. You should go back to your old red outfit. Seeing you again makes me all choked up inside. Although I am very glad that you're not wearing that crappy orange tunic. You too, Marina. Same here.
I'm really glad I'm not wearing that stupid... Get up the stairs! I'm really glad I'm not wearing that stupid orange tunic anymore either. How are there improprietesses and innkeepers?
They're the same thing. Your Highness, I haven't seen you in a while.
Well, there was a kind of little, occupation of the city going on. Or, actually, technically, we're occupying it. Now that you really think about it.
I'm not actually from Stormfist, but I was here when the war started, and try as I might, I couldn't get home.
Well, you can go home now. Unless you're from Sulfalena. If you're from pretty much anywhere else, you can go home now. I'm on patrol at the moment. If you spot anything unusual, please come get me. I think I can handle it. What are those little things there? They look like little prisons. Very weird.
My parents used to work for Lady Haswar's father, Martis. They were murdered when he was assassinated. Naturally, I always hated the royal family for using Nethergate. But I never imagined Godwin would have anything to do with it.
Well, at least your eyes are being opened.
It doesn't matter that Stormfist has been forced to surrender. I'll always be a follower of Lord Marskell.
You can follow him to your grave if you want, or to his grave. Because that's going to happen.
It's over. It's finally over. Ha ha ha! Woohoo!
You are awfully excited about this.
None of us saw this coming when the sacred games were taking place. Maybe there would never have been a war if Gazelle hadn't won.
Oh, I think he would have figured out some way to make it happen.
I believed in Godwin when I first joined his army, but after Kilderic became Queen's Knight, things took a turn for the worse, and I wanted to get out. So to be honest, I'm kind of relieved that we were defeated. Still have nightmares about it now. Kilderic strangling an old man or cutting a woman's stomach open.
See? Always follow the protagonist of the game, rather than the villain. I don't know why you guys didn't figure that out earlier.
It seems that we thought more highly of Lord Godwin than he deserved. First, there were his shady deals with Armis of all places, and then the fact that he had deserted his own town. To think that we believed in him, and thought that he was going to make Felena strong and prosperous.
Yeah, you should stop believing in slogans like "Make Felena Great Again." Hi, pup. Alright. I think that's almost it.
It's not over yet. Godwin's still going strong.
Are you like one of these people who are still insisting that, despite the fact that all the remaining states are, the polls clearly indicate one person is going to win, you're still rooting for the person who is, like, distant third, fourth kind of thing? Yeah.
Once he sets his foot down, you and your rebel army won't stand a chance.
Well, why hasn't he done it yet? I literally control 80% of the country. 80%, if not more.
Don't think you've won just because you've taken Stormfist, you good-for-nothing troublemaker.
Godwin's gonna lose. Godwin's gonna lose. There's a guy over there. You might want to go stab him. Thanks. Probably not going to talk to too many people in here just because it's a pretty big area. I'd rather look to see if there's anyone interesting to talk to in the castle itself.
The arena was being used as a prison, but now most of the prisoners have been freed now.
Your Highness, pleased to be at your service, sir. Despite all of the tents and everything not being here anymore, you still can't get through here. Oh, we actually can get over here. Interesting.
That pathetic scumbag of a noble. So much for never leaving me. As soon as he heard your army was on the way, he ran off like a little crybaby.
That's actually kind of amusing. Hi, pup. Get out of here, birds. Interesting. Oh. No wonder we can get over here, because we can't get to this area any other way. Why are there so many of these doors barred off? It makes no sense. It's like they wanted to have all these ways to move around, and then they decided, like, at some point, that's too much effort to program all of that. Hey, it's my room. I doubt there's anyone up here. And because of all the barriers, it's a pain in the butt to navigate this place.
It's ironic for the Godwins that it was the gladiators who instigated Stormfist's surrender.
I guess.
Arena guard at your service, sir. Nothing unusual to report.
And I can't go out that door. See, again, that's chained off. I can only go this way. I can go up here. There are very, very odd ways of preventing access around here.
It's quite fitting that Kildrick died here, too. The world works in mysterious ways.
That's called plot. We released all the low-level prisoners on Lucretia's orders. There was some concern that they might join up the Godwin army in Solfalena, but they all just went home. I'm guessing that Lucretia expected that. Can I move around now? Thank you. And again, this is barred off. It really feels like they intended this to have all kinds of ways to move around, but then decided, nah, that's effort.
There's an inscription on that stone over there. It says, "Here lies my beloved wife, Rosalind." Isn't Rosalind the name of Lord Marskall's wife who died all those years ago?
I don't know about all those years ago. It wasn't that long ago, was it?
I heard that Lord Marskall buried his wife in the foundations of the castle rather than making a regular grave.
Kind of a weird... I mean, I assume the castle was here. Yeah. No, the castle was here already. I don't know.
It would have been tough to capture this castle without Shun's help. We're lucky he helped us out.
Oh, I think we could have done it just fine. Not that I don't appreciate the help, Shun. Kitty!
I can't believe Sealids would fight you, Your Highness. How could she ever turn on her own nephew?
Well, we may have an opportunity to ask her about that. Get out of here, birds. It's my castle now, not yours. How many of you are there?
Oh, well, there's one of us for every town and port.
Really?
Yeah. We are actually, well, it's 2 sets of sextuplets. Very weird. Our mothers are not happy. Our mother is not happy about it.
That looks like that should be a gate there. Alright, well, I think we've explored all of Stormfist. I was kind of hoping that... I figured that we would have something with Marina. I was kind of hoping we'd have something with Shun. Maybe Belku. But it looks like that is not happening. We can go ahead and leave. And this path goes all the way over towards Hirschville. So, let's just blink back. And let's see. It's about time to end the episode, but let me quickly show where one of the accidental destinations, teleport destinations is. So the first one that I ended up going to was out in the woods somewhere, and I can't actually figure out where on the map it is. Nowhere on the map actually looks like it matches, so it's entirely possible that it's somewhere very, very different. And this door was locked before. Locked room, as it says, and there was a treasure chest here. It had a rune piece. I don't remember. It might have been. It was like a fortune or prosperity rune piece. I think it was fortune. That's really about it. Statue room. In honor of Auld. A statue of Auld, in honor of the most enemies defeated. Aww. Well, that's what happens when you do a lot of grinding. A statue of Auld, in honor of the greatest healer. I don't think that there's a very high number for that. And a statue of Zarase, in honor of the most damage inflicted. Yeah, that's gonna happen. That sounds like Zarase. Alright, so the other one just had a blinking rune piece that you use to swap out party members during battle. And let's go find Chisato and give her the voice set.
You found a voice for me?
Oh, I think I recorded this already, but... What is that sound? We'd always have someone orgasming every time. I'm gonna stick with the original. Anyway, when we come back, probably go talk to Lucretia and see about actually initiating the assault on Solfalena. I imagine that's all that we really have left. Just double check and go check the Tablet of Stars real fast. Just verify that we do in fact have all 108 stars. What's up, Kylie?
Maybe Lord Godwin's little scholars are having some success.
Show me the tablet.
Unacceptable. I came specifically to help you avoid such trouble, and yet you find it anyway.
It's not my fault! You look better without the hood, by the way. Alright. Hey, there's Urim. With a new portrait. So, it looks like, indeed, we have all 108 stars. Yep. We've got them all. That means we are on the path for the best ending. Again, you don't need to have Urim. You can get Eresh instead for the best ending. But I really do think that it is more suitable to have Urim. Eresh, I mean, Eresh is powerful and everything, but do you really need another spellcaster at this point? I mean, we've got Jean and Vicky for the classics. We've got Zarase for just raw damage output. We've got Levi for also raw damage output. I think he's technically the strongest spellcaster in the game. Let's see if I can find Levi. Alright, he's level 55. His magic is 436. Zarase is actually more powerful at a level lower, at 452. So maybe not. But either way, I mean, it's doesn't make that much of a difference. What does Levi actually have equipped? Hailgate, Mother Earth, and Cyclone, which are all good. Well, I'm not a huge fan of Mother Earth. But Palegate is just fun. But Zarase is also just insane. Insanely powerful. So, I don't know. I mean, Levi or Zarase for raw output. Let's actually take a quick look at Jean and Vicky. Vicky is here. 390. Although she's a lot lower level. I have not leveled her up. I should probably go do that a bit. I don't know where Jean is. There she is. 504 at a higher level. But part of that is because she has a magic rune rather than divine right. Anyway, getting another powerful wizard character, just not all that necessary. So, I don't know. I like Urim's redemption aspect quite a bit better. So anyway, when we return, go see about advancing the plotline. See you next time, everyone.